Hi, Jordan.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good.
Good. How was your spring break?
It was good. My cousins came to town and they stayed at my house, so it was fun.
Cool. Okay, well, today we're just going to do an activity that has some pictures. And to start out, we're just going to describe them. So here is a picture of people in a library. I will use the word book in a sentence to talk about the picture. The girl is reading a book. Here is another picture. Now you make a sentence about this picture using the word reading. You must make your sentence about something in the picture, and you must use the word reading.
The girl on the couch is reading.
Nice job. Here is another picture. Now you make a sentence about this picture using the word when.
When the boy fell off his bike, he scraped his knee.
Nice job. And.
The man and woman are in the garden.
If.
If they block, they will score a touchdown.
Before.
The man is in line before the woman.
Nice job. Because.
Because the police officer is in the middle of the road, she is directing traffic.
Instead.
I want this book instead of that book.
Until.
Until we come.
Although.
Although, I don't know.
That's all right. Unless.
Unless he waves.
Alrighty, we're all done with that section. Nice job, Jordan. Now I'm going to say a sentence. I want you to listen carefully to what I say. Let's try. My sister is in 6th grade.
My sister is in 6th grade.
Now let's try some more. Remember to listen carefully and say exactly what I say because I can only say it one time. The boy bought a book for his friend who likes short stories.
The boy bought a book for his friend who likes short stories.
The computers and printers were donated by the school board.
The computers and printers were donated by the school board.
If the rain doesn't stop before noon, the field trip will have to be canceled.
If the rain doesn't stop before noon, the field trip will have to be canceled.
Nice working. The student who won the award at the art show was very excited.
The student who won the award at the art show was very excited.
The class that sells the most tickets to the dance will win a prize.
The class that sends the most tickets to the dance will win a prize.
After the students had finished the book, the teacher asked them to write a report.
After the class had finished the book, the teacher had asked them to read a book.
Nice job. If we had gone straight home after the game, we would not have missed our curfew.
After the game, we missed our curfew.
When the students finished studying, they decided to get something to eat before going home.
The students got something to eat after the game.
Coach gave the trophy to the team that won the track meet on Saturday.
Coach gave... I forgot that one.
That's okay. The students collected and repaired the toys and sold them at the fair.
The students bought toys and collected at the fair.
Nice job. All right, Jordan, listen carefully to what I'm going to read you, and afterwards I will ask you some questions about what I just read. After 3 months of renovations, Galaxy Movies is reopening this weekend with a total of 16 theaters. The 2 original theaters have 500 seats, and the others can each seat 250. If you buy tickets in advance, you can get free popcorn and a free drink to celebrate the reopening. Before the movies start, there will be a prize drawing in the lobby for free movie tickets for a year. What was the announcement about?
The reopening of their movie theater.
What do you get if you buy tickets in advance?
You get free popcorn and a free drink.
What will happen before the first movie starts?
There will be a drawing.
Why was Galaxy Movies closed for 3 months?
To be renovated.
Why do you think the owners decided to remodel the theater?
It might have been old or outdated.
What 2 things could happen if you didn't buy your tickets in advance?
The tickets could all be sold out, or you might have to pay for your popcorn and drink.
Nice job. Now listen carefully to the next paragraph. I can only read it one time. Remember, I will ask you questions about it. This one's called the talent show auditions. Missy's throat was dry and her heart was pounding. She would soon have to tackle the ordeal of getting on stage to audition for the school talent show. A boy who juggled had gone first. Now 2 older girls were dancing, and then it would be her turn. She didn't want to forget any words or be off key, or she would have another reason to feel humiliated like she did when she dropped her tray in the cafeteria. Missy took a deep breath and stepped onto the stage. After the audition was over, Missy ran home to tell her family the good news. What did the 2 older girls do at the audition?
They danced.
Nice listening. Who performed first?
The boy that juggled.
How do we know that Missy planned to sing for the talent auditions?
She talked about forgetting words.
What would happen if Missy forgot the words to the song when she auditioned?
She would feel embarrassed.
What do you think Missy told her family?
That she got the spot in the talent show.
Nice job. Okay, this next story that I'm going to read you and then ask you questions about is called Hurricanes. The Atlantic hurricane season is considered to be June 1st to November 30th. These severe storms rotate in a counterclockwise direction around a calm, low-pressure center called the Eye and travel westwards across the ocean. A hurricane starts as a low-pressure zone, builds into a tropical depression, and then becomes a tropical storm. Hurricanes have wind speeds from 74 miles per hour to greater than 155 miles per hour. Weather forecasters watch a hurricane's progression over time and predict its path. If a hurricane heads for a populated area, then weather forecasters can warn people to evacuate. Before a hurricane becomes strong enough to be called a tropical storm, how is it described?
Low pressure.
What is an example of a populated area as the term is used in this story?
A city.
What do you think would happen if weather forecasters did not predict the path of a hurricane?
It could hurt people.
That is very true. Why would a spring vacation not likely be affected by an Atlantic hurricane?
Because those hurricanes don't happen in the spring.
And when is the busy season for a hurricane forecaster?
Summer.
All right. We have 2 more stories.
Okay.
This one is called Daydreaming. So listen and I'll ask you questions afterwards. Kiki sat at her desk staring out the window as Mr. Johnson read the list of students whose projects had placed in the local art show. Kiki forgot all about the class as she spied 2 birds building a nest on the tall oak outside. Wow, I wonder what it's like to fly like a bird, thought Kiki. If I were a bird, I would fly right out of this classroom and soar over the treetops. Suddenly, Kiki heard Mr. Johnson call her name. Kiki was embarrassed as she told Mr. Johnson that she hadn't been listening. Mr. Johnson looked over his glasses at her, cleared his throat, and said, "Please talk with me after class today, Kiki." Why would "Please pay attention" be a good title for this story?
Because Kiki didn't pay attention.
What subject does Mr. Johnson teach?
Art class.
What was Mr. Johnson talking about before he had called Kiki's name?
I don't remember that one.
That's okay. What was Kiki thinking about when Mr. Johnson called her name?
She was thinking about flying like a bird.
Yeah. Do you ever think about flying like a bird in class? Me too. Okay, this next story is called Musical Trip.
Musical trip?
Musical Trip, yep. Mr. Cooper's students were very excited. He just announced Smithson High School's marching band qualified for the state competition. Since the competition was far away, Mr. Cooper stressed that in order to attend, band members must earn money for the trip. The travel costs would include chartering buses, meals, and lodging. Mr. Cooper told his students that to prepare for the competition, not only would they be practicing before and after school, but they would also need to plan and participate in fundraising activities. We want to raise enough money so that everyone in the band can go, he said encouragingly. So what was the marching band going to do?
They were going to play in the band.
Mm-hmm. Name the 2 things that the band members had to do before they could go on the band competition.
They had to learn songs and pack their clothes.
Who is Mr. Cooper?
Their teacher.
Name 2 things the travel costs include.
They include their uniforms and the plane ride.
What do you think will happen if the students don't think of some fundraising activities?
They will not be able to go.
That could happen. Why are the band members excited?
They might be excited because they get to go on a trip.
Yeah, nice job. All right, Jordan, I'm going to read you some problems to figure out. Each problem has 2 correct answers. We are going to do one and see if you can tell me the 2 correct answers.
Okay.
A man is bigger than a house, button, spoon, or plane. 2 answers.
Button, spoon.
Nice job. Let's do some more. Remember to tell me the 2 correct answers. If you need me to, I can repeat each problem once. Just ask me to. An hour is longer than a minute, day, second, morning.
Minute and second.
Nice job. Teenagers are younger than infants, adults, grandparents, or children.
Grandparents and adults.
The ball rolled to the left of the goal. The ball was
next to the goal, on the left side of the goal.
In the alphabet, G comes between L and Z, after C, before M, between A and E.
After C, before N.
Nice job. You're doing great. In any month, the 17th comes between the 11th and the 16th, before the 16th, between the 13th and the 19th, after the 11th.
Before the 11th and the 16th, before the 16th.
Alrighty. The teacher said more people in the class got C's than A's, but most people got B's. There were more C's than A's, more A's than B's, more B's than C's, 6 C's.
More B's than C's, 6 C's.
All right, nice working. Dan is taller than Jeff, and Lee is taller than both of them. Dan is taller than Lee, shorter than Lee, the tallest, not the shortest.
Shorter than Lee, the tallest.
Wanda saw Joe, but not Ricardo or Sandy. They saw her, though. Who was seen?
Wanda and Ricardo.
All right. Nice job. You did a great job today.